Hey y'all, this is Theron West II, and this is the Be Ready anthem, y'all. I hope y'all ready. Stay ready, be ready, 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 stay ready. Every show, new face, new dream. Young man out here building a team from the track to the court to the turf and the rings. They all grown different, but they got the same theme. Putting in work when the lights not on. Late nights, early morning, still going strong. They don't do it for the lights, they do it for the fight. Future looking bright, cause they training for their life. So be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. Spotlight on them, time to show love. Brother smart and dream, all star from above. The hustle in their heart, purpose in their feet, and they voice on this mic that echoes in the streets. Every episode, no cap, no fake. Just young bugs grinding, rising to the stage. Different faces, same goals. Rise above the pressure, yeah, holding goals. So be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. So put your hands together for my boys, Coach Tony and Carlos, for the Be Ready podcast coming on right now. Let's get it, let's go, y'all.
Yo, we are live and in color. Welcome, guys, to episode 64 of the Be Ready Sports Podcast. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for supporting us all the way through episode 64. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys for supporting on the YouTube channels, the Instagram channels. We really do appreciate it. For those of you that hasn't, please like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Give a positive comment on the YouTube channel. We just passed 200 subscribers over there on the YouTube channel. So please just like, share, subscribe. And also when you subscribe, hit the bell icon so that you get notified of when we go live. And it should be scrolling down the ticker there, our Instagram at Be Ready Sports Podcast. You can check that out on Instagram at Be Ready Sports Podcast. Just past 1,000 followers. So please just follow the Instagram page. We post premium content on there. We post our clips of the podcast on here. So just support, comment, like, share, and repost with the new Instagram method now with the repost. Yeah, Jojo, they're copying who X, I think it is, the repost. Yeah, and I think Instagram they're copying. So you guys can do that as well. Also do that as well on the Be Ready Sports Podcast Instagram page. All right, y'all. So y'all, let's get started, y'all. Let's introduce our guest tonight on this Friday night here on the Be Ready Sports Podcast on the eve of college football. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Tonight's guest is a class of 2032 basketball player from the state of Florida. This basketball athlete has competed in many competitive tournaments like the Under Armour circuits, Ballin' on the Beach, and AAU Disney Worlds. He also attended the PSD Combine in 2024, where he made the All-Star team. Basketball is his passion, and prays that God continues to bless the game that he loves. So now, please welcome to the Be Ready Sports Podcast, Josiah Jojo Gomez. Jojo, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Jojo. So give a little icebreaker to the audience. Just introduce yourself. Just introduce yourself to the audience tonight.
I'm Josiah, and I play for the Florida Rebels. And I can shoot. I can play defense. I can do everything, pretty much.
Gotcha. All right. Amazing. All right, so let's get right into it, shall we? Let's get no procrastination. Let's get right into it, shall we? So let's start with a topic that's going to start tomorrow night, which tomorrow, if I should say, college football. But there's some college football games that happen, during Thursday nights and Friday nights. Like there's some games going on right now as we are speaking during college football on Friday night. But there was one game that occurred on Thursday night, which is Thursday night football, college football, with Rice, the Owls of Rice from the American Conference. They handled business against Charlotte, the 49ers, Group of Five action on Thursday night live on ESPN2. Rice getting the win 28-17. Rice was up by a significant portion of this game. Charlie ended up coming back, but Rice ends up taking the dub. And Rice, they are 3-1 for the first time since 2001. So it's been a while since Rice has been this good. In the past, like probably in the last few years, Rice wasn't really known as a good team going 3-1. They were usually, the bottom tier teams, but now they're 3-1. They're looking really good. Their only loss was to Houston, which is a Power Five opponent. That's their only loss. But they're 3-1. They're 3-1, and they're only 3 wins away from making a bowl game. So Jojo, so what are your thoughts on this?
They good. They're good.
Yeah, they are. They're really good. They're 3-1. They're looking really good right now. Hopefully they keep it up. Hopefully they keep it up. They're 3-1, and hopefully they keep the train rolling over there in Rice. Shout out to Jay Brown. Jojo, I think he's talking to you.
Yeah.
Shout out Jay. Shout out Jay. All right. So that's Thursday night, and now we're gonna get into the Saturday games. That's where all the games are being played. So I'm gonna give you the rundown of what's going on. What are the impactful games? What are the significant games of the day tomorrow on September 20th? So we're gonna start with the noon game. So we're gonna start in chronological order. We're gonna go with the noon games, which just starts at 12. Then the next game's up. I call it the next game's up, which because it's after the noon games at 3:30, and then you got the primetime games for 7:30. So we're going to first start with the noon games, and we're going to start with the first game here, which is the most important game probably at noon, is Texas Tech Utah. Texas Tech, number 17 team in the country. They travel on the road and take on the Utes of Utah, who have looked very impressive ever since week one. Ever since that crushing win over UCLA, Utah has been on the map, and they are looking really good right now. But they do face a very good team in Texas Tech at noon. So this is going to be Utah's first ranked matchup. This is going to be their first ranked matchup. They played UCLA, they played Cal Poly, and they played Wyoming. All games they won big. But now we're going to see what happens when they take on a real team as they enter conference play. So Jojo, so what are your thoughts on Texas Tech Utah?
I think Texas Tech is gonna win
Really? Why Texas Tech?
because I just think they're better.
You think the better team? I got you. Shout out John Gotti. Jojo's talking to you.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to chat. Keep the support coming. We're just starting, man. We're just starting off with the sports topics, and we're gonna keep going. We got a long show ahead of us, man. So please stay on and enjoy this podcast tonight on this Friday night. Yeah, man. But Texas Tech, interesting. Okay, Texas Tech hasn't really played anyone yet. They play Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, and Oregon State. Another one. They won big in games. This is gonna be their first test as well. Texas Tech. There was a lot of hype about them in the off season. There was a lot of hype about them in the offseason, and now can they prove it going on the road and beat Utah? For both of these teams, it would be a big win. Whoever wins this game is going to be a big win for them. And, now with the college football playoff being at 12 teams, probably the winner of this could be easily a top 15 team in the country. So, Jojo, we got a good game at noon with the winner.
Yeah.
Potentially can be a top 15 team. So check out that game. That game's going to be at noon on Fox. You guys can check that out. They got Big News Saturday, which is a pre-game coverage live from Utah. They just started at 10 a.m. You guys can check that out. All right, so let's get into another game that's on noon. SMU, TCU. Both teams are unranked. But however, Joe, uh, this game's a rivalry game, JoJo. This game's a rivalry game. The battle for the
Yes.
Iron Skillet. Yeah, they play for an Iron Skillet. That's apparently like their trophy in a rivalry game. Deep in the heart of Texas, it's gonna be live from Fort Worth. It's gonna be live from Fort Worth, Texas, as TCU takes on SMU. SMU, they have not, had, a good performance as of late. They got upset by Baylor at home. That dropped them from the rankings. TCU looking really good, especially from that week 1 game against Carolina. That really put them on the map. They're 2-0. They could potentially go 3-0 with a win against SMU at home. So, Jojo, what are your thoughts? SMU versus TCU?
SMU.
SMU? Okay, why SMU?
This is football, right?
Yeah, football.
Yeah. I think they're better.
Think they're better? I gotcha. Yeah, man. SMU, they do have a quarterback by the name of Kevin Jennings. Preseason, he was a Heisman dark horse. He was a Heisman dark horse. For those of you that know, the Heisman Trophy is awarded to the most outstanding player in college football, and he was a dark horse to win the Heisman Trophy. But as of late, SMU, that loss to Baylor really hurt them. Even though the game was in overtime and they lost, I think a lot of people are looking down on SMU. This is a perfect opportunity, JoJo, for SMU to get a win and get that respect right back against a team who crushed UNC, Bill Belichick's team, undefeated on the road in a rivalry game. So if SMU wants to gain their respect back, they have to go on the road in Fort Worth and earn it. That game will be at noon on ESPN2. So you guys can check that out. That's also a noon game on ESPN2. All right, so another game at noon, one of the more impactful games is Clemson-Syracuse. Clemson-Syracuse. This game, battle of the ACC right here, Clemson-Syracuse. It's always close when these two face off. Usually when Clemson's a top 5 team, Syracuse, they always keep it close. Even when they're unranked, they always kept it close. At one point in the matchup a few years ago, Syracuse upset Clemson. They upset Clemson in Syracuse, and Syracuse, they kept it close against Clemson. So Clemson, they're 1-2. Losses to LSU and Georgia Tech. Both horrible losses. A lot of people are down on Clemson. A lot of criticism about head coach Dabo Swinney, who's the best in the business. 1-2 for Clemson, not looking good. So Dabo Swinney had a press conference about this during the week in preparation for Syracuse. So here's what he had to say.
Me gone. If they tired of winning, they can send me on their way, because that's all we've done is win. So if they tired of winning, we've won this league 8 out of the last 10 years. Is that not good? I'm just asking. Is that good? I don't know if that's good or not. To win your league 8 out of 10 years, to go to the playoffs 7 out of 10 years, to be in 4 national championships, win it twice. Yeah, we're a little down right now. Take your shots, but I got a long memory, in case y'all don't know. We'll be all right. We'll bounce back. This is a program built to last. Always has been. Always will be. And I would just say, if you give up on us if you don't believe in us because we've lost 2 games down to the last straight and you didn't believe in us anyway, so it don't matter. You wasn't all in anyway. If you're all in, you burn the ships, man. There ain't no exit strategy. Like, you're freaking all in. And hey, listen, if Clemson's tired of winning, they can send me on my way, but I'm gonna go somewhere else and coach. I ain't going to the beach. Hell, I'm 55. I got a long way to go. Y'all gonna have to deal with me for a while. I got a long way to go. I'm just getting going. I'm just now good enough to be a head coach. I'm just now figuring it out. So we'll be around a while.
Man, I love me some Dabo Swinney. That swagger, he's unlike different coaches, JoJo. Like, he has that swagger, He's had that ever since they won national championships. Like, he has the right to talk, He has the right to talk. Keep on shooting right now, because Clemson, they had that loss to LSU, obviously, in that week 1 matchup at home. They had a matchup against Troy. They did not look very impressive at all. They were actually down to Troy, a team that's, Clemson should beat by a lot. but they only won by what, like 11 points against Troy. Not impressive at all. And then you lose to Georgia Tech the next week. So Jojo, so who are you going for, Clemson or Syracuse?
Syracuse.
Why Syracuse?
Clemson don't look good right now.
Mm. Okay, so you think Syracuse is going to be Clemson? Okay. So by the way, the game's in Clemson, by the way.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's going to change your mind. So
No.
now it's not going to change your mind.
Still think Syracuse gonna win.
All right. Syracuse, they obviously have that week 1 loss to Tennessee. They got blown out. They had a game against UConn. They beat them by 7 points in overtime, and then they played Colgate. They beat them by what, like 34, 44, 54, like 42 points. They blown them out, and now they got to take on Clemson on the road. So I feel like this is 50-50. Like JoJo might be 50-50, but Syracuse, can they pull off the upset and beat Clemson? And JoJo, if Clemson loses this game, they're gonna go 1-3. That does not look good for a Clemson team going 1-3. It's not gonna look good for Clemson. So a lot of pressure on them. It's gonna be a lot of pressure on them to win this game. And they gotta win, because if they don't, the fans are not gonna like it. It's at home. If they lose at home, it's not gonna look good for the fans. So Clemson, they got a lot of pressure, but can they do it? We'll find out at noon on ESPN. You guys can watch that game on ESPN. All right, so that's it for the noon games. Now let's go to the next games up. This is the main game in the 3:30 slot. It is Oklahoma against Auburn. Number 11 Oklahoma takes on number 22 Auburn. Quarterback Jackson Arnold, who is now the current quarterback at Auburn, returns to Oklahoma, where he used to play at. So Jackson Arnold, homecoming over there to Oklahoma. So first SEC matchup for both Oklahoma and Auburn. So JoJo, so what are your thoughts? So who do you think is going to win, Oklahoma or Auburn?
The tongue is lagging.
JoJo?
Sorry, it was lagging.
Oh, lagging? Okay, so who do you think is going to win, Oklahoma or Auburn?
Oklahoma.
Okay, why Oklahoma?
I watched them play. They pretty good.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
where? Like where did you watch them play?
Anywhere.
Okay, like did you watch them on TV?
Yeah, or on my phone. It don't matter.
Okay, yeah. So it's something like that. Okay, so Oklahoma. Okay, Oklahoma is the home team here, JoJo. So I believe they're the favorite going in. Going up against Auburn, who hasn't really played anybody yet. They're number 22 in the country. Oh no, wait. In week 1 they played Baylor, who's a really good team. They beat them on the road. And they play Ball State, and then they play South Alabama. Now they got Oklahoma on the road. So we'll see what happens. Can Auburn do it again? Can they go on the road and get another win? But once again, Oklahoma, they're looking really good. They're on a roll. They're looking really good. They beat Michigan earlier in the year. That place in Oklahoma is going to go crazy over there at the Palace in the Plains. So I guess we'll find out. Oklahoma, Auburn, watch that game. That game's going to be at 3:30 on ABC. You guys can check that out, 3:30 on ABC. All right, another game coming up here. It is Ole Miss, number 13 team in the country, taking on unranked Tulane. But, however, the significance of this game is that both teams are undefeated here. That's the reason why I put this game on here, because both teams were undefeated. Tulane having 2 Power 5 wins. They beat Northwestern and they beat Duke. So they already beat 2 Power 5 opponents. Tulane usually competitive in these matchups. Ole Miss, they're number 13 team in the country. They played 2 conference games already. They played Kentucky on the road. They won, and then they beat Arkansas. So Ole Miss not catching a break here. You play Kentucky, Arkansas, and now you got Tulane. So JoJo, so what are your thoughts? Ole Miss or Tulane?
I think Ole Miss is gonna win.
Ole Miss. Okay, Ole Miss. Why Ole Miss?
I watched them play against good teams and they compete.
Yeah, for sure. Ole Miss, they're led by head coach Lane Kiffin, who is a really good coach. Once again, like Dabo Sweeney, he's a very good coach. Over at Ole Miss, he's created a culture over there at Ole Miss. Tulane's gonna keep it close. I feel like Tulane, they're gonna keep it close. But who knows? Can Tulane go on the road and pull off the huge upset? There's usually huge upsets every weekend. So can this game be the huge upset? We'll find out. That game's at 3:30 on ESPN. You guys can check that out on ESPN at 3:30. Another 3:30 game we got here. We got Nebraska taking on Michigan. Michigan, number 21 team in the country. They got to go on the road and take on Nebraska in a place where they always sell it out. They always sell it out. It's one of the loudest environments in college football. Nebraska, they're a really good team. They're actually undefeated with Dylan Raiola. Some people compare him to Patrick Mahomes. Some people call him Patrick Mahomes because of how his moxie is like, how he acts like Patrick Mahomes. So Jojo, so what are your thoughts? Michigan or Nebraska?
Nebraska.
Why Nebraska?
Because they call the quarterback Patrick Mahomes. So
yeah, they do. He acts like Patrick Mahomes. He does stuff like Patrick Mahomes. He played in Arrowhead in week 1 against Cincinnati. They won that game. So this is awesome. Plus, Michigan doesn't have their head coach. Their head coach has suspended due to NCAA violations. So he's not be there. So this is a perfect opportunity for Nebraska to get a big win at home. So we'll find that out 3:30 on CBS. Let's check that out on CBS. Another game we got here, North Carolina taking on UCF Knights of Central Florida. Central Florida, they host Bill Belichick and the Tar Heels. Both teams are unranked. UCF taking on North Carolina. Taking on Bill Belichick and North Carolina at home. What are your thoughts? UCF, Central Florida, or Bill Belichick's Tar Heels?
I think UCF is gonna win.
Okay, why UCF?
Because I like them.
You like him?
They're in Orlando.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people, a lot of students, high school students, they like to enroll into UCF. They nicknamed the stadium the Bounce House because of how loud and how those students, they get jumping over there at the Bounce House. There is expected to be a blackout over there at UCF, the blackout in the Bounce House. One of the more underrated atmospheres in college football. So we'll see what happens. UCF taking on North Carolina in Orlando, 3:30 on Fox. You guys can watch that on Fox. All right, moving on. We got a rivalry game here, Jojo. Oregon versus Oregon State. They call this rivalry the Civil War. This game's going to be at Oregon. Oregon 3-0, looking really impressive. And now they're 3-0, looking very impressive. They looked impressive in all their games compared to Oregon State, who is 0-3, who has not looked very impressive. So, Jojo, so what are your thoughts? Oregon or Oregon State?
Oregon.
Okay, why Oregon?
Because Oregon State's trash.
Oregon State, in the how do you say this? In the past few years, one matchup a few years ago, Oregon State beat Oregon. They upset Oregon. Oregon was the better team, but Oregon State was an average team, but they were able to upset Oregon. So I guess we'll see what happens. It's a rivalry game at the end of the day, so you never know in rivalry games. You throw out the records. You just get at it. It's a rivalry game. You're representing your school. You obviously don't want to get blown out. So I feel like it's going to be a close game. Throw out the records and stuff, But obviously Oregon, the talent of Oregon, especially they're at home too much. The Ducks might win this one. All right, so that's going to be going on at 3:30 at 3 o'clock, on the Big Ten Network. All right, so now let's get into the primetime games. The primetime games underneath the lights of Saturday night, and this is going to be the primetime game right here that this is gonna be the main primetime game if you want to watch some good college football. It's a top 20 matchup. Illinois, number 9 team in the country, taking on number 19 Indiana in Bloomington. We obviously all know what happened last year with Indiana, the Hoosiers. We all know what happened. Indiana had a great season, undefeated, making the college football playoff, obviously falling short to Notre Dame. But the Hoosiers, they might stick in there with head coach Kurt Signetti, was a part of that Nick Saban coaching tree. We don't know where he's going to pull out of his sleeve. So they're taking on Illinois, who's a really good team. Brent Bielema, head coach. He's really changed the culture over there at Illinois. Illinois got to go on the road and take on Indiana in Bloomington. So, Jojo, what are your thoughts? Is it going to be Illinois or is it going to be
Illinois,
Indiana?
yeah. Illinois.
Okay. Illinois? Okay, why Illinois?
I watched them playing there. They're actually good.
Yeah, they are. They're really good. Illinois at one point was actually not a very good team. They were not
Yeah.
a very good team. They were a team that were at the bottom of the Big Ten. But now they're at the top of the Big Ten. They can contend for a Big Ten title, potentially a college football playoff. But they obviously have to stay focused at the task at hand. They got to take on Indiana on the road. So we'll see what happens. Can Illinois go on the road and beat Indiana? Indiana hasn't played nobody yet. This is going to be their first big test, first conference game, and we'll see what happens. Illinois taking on Indiana in Bloomington. That game's going to be at 7:30 p.m. on NBC. You guys can check that out on NBC. And then we got another rivalry game in prime time. We got Washington against Washington State. They nicknamed this rivalry the Apple Cup. They nicknamed it the Apple Cup over there up in the Pacific Northwest, over there in the state of Washington. You got the Huskies of Washington taking on the Washington State Cougars. Last year, the Cougars ended up winning this one. Close game over in Seattle. They played this game at the Seahawks home last year. Washington State got the dub. Now, Washington State will host this one against Washington. So, what are your thoughts, Jojo? Washington or Washington State?
I never heard of any of these teams, but I think Washington State gonna win.
Washington State. Okay, I got you. Yeah, man. So Washington State, they won it last year. Can they win it again this year? I guess we'll see. I think for one of their games, Washington State, they got blown out by a group of 5 team. Let me see just to confirm. Let's see. Yeah, so they're 2-1 going into this. Their wins over Idaho and San Diego State, and then they lost to North Texas by 49 points. So they're obviously going to come in with a bad mood, obviously taking on their rivals, Washington from Seattle. They beat Colorado State. They beat UC Davis. They're coming off a bye, Washington. So we'll see what happens. Can the team off a bye week get the win, or a team that's going to be coming in really angry after that 49-point loss, can that team win? We'll find out. That game's going to be at 7:30 p.m. on CBS. You guys can check that out. The Apple Cup, a rivalry game on CBS at 7:30 p.m. And then last but not least, the game in Florida, down here in South Florida. A lot of buzz about this game. The Hurricanes of Miami, the number 4 team in the country, who has 2 ranked wins over Notre Dame and South Florida. They take on the Florida Gators. The Florida Gators, a team that is reeling right now. They've only got 1 win. They're 1-2. They lost to South Florida. Really disappointing loss, and then they go on the road to LSU and lose that one. So Florida, and then a lot of criticism towards head coach Billy Napier. He's on the hot seat this season, so I don't know if he's going to get fired after this year, but they do take on a Miami team, so it might be close because obviously it's an in-state rivalry. The players know each other. The players are going to know each other. So, obviously it's going to be really close. Hard Rock Stadium, 7:30 p.m. All eyes are on this matchup. College Game Day, a very popular national pre-game show, is going to be live from Coral Gables. So there's going to be a lot of attention over there, down there in South Florida. So, Jojo, what are your thoughts in this game in the state of Florida? Is it going to be the Gators or is it going to be the Hurricanes?
Hurricanes.
Okay, why the Hurricanes?
After watching them last week, but blow South Florida out, I think they're gonna win.
Yeah, man, the Hurricanes, they got everything rolling. When
Yeah.
I was watching them against South Florida, South Florida, they came in there with, two ranked wins over Boise State and South Florida. Oh no, Florida. Apologies. Yeah, man. Some people thought they were gonna go three in a row, but that did not happen. Obviously, Miami just exposed South Florida from the start. You got guys like Malachi Tony at receiver, Carson Beck at quarterback, Jojo Trader, the South Florida boys, who went to high school in South Florida, playing for their hometown Canes, representing the Canes in a big way as they crush South Florida. So I guess we'll see what happens. It's an in-state rivalry, so of course it's going to be close, but we'll see. We'll see Saturday night live from Hard Rock Stadium. That stadium's gonna be rocking. That stadium's gonna be rocking as the Gators of Florida travel down from Gainesville down to Miami Gardens as they take on the Hurricanes. All right, you guys can check that out 7:30 p.m. on ABC. Whew. All right. That's it for college football, guys. That's it for college football. Now let's get into some NFL action here. The Dolphins and the Bills here. The Dolphins and the Bills. This occurred on Thursday night. The Buffalo Bills getting the win over the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins are 0-3 now, unfortunately. But if you were watching that game, the Miami Dolphins showed some real fight. They showed some real fight. They went toe-to-toe against Buffalo, but at the end, it was Buffalo who came up on top at the end. At the end of that game. So, Jojo, what are your thoughts on this, on the Dolphins losing to the Bills?
What did you say? It was lagging.
What are your thoughts on the Dolphins and Bills game?
The Tua was playing perfect all game. He just fell asleep and threw that pick at the end.
Yeah, I know, man. Tua just threw that pick at the end. When they were going down the field, they actually had a chance to tie the game. But the Dolphins just hurt themselves. Like it was fourth down. Buffalo kicked the punt, but however, it was roughing the kicker, so Buffalo got the ball right back. So Dolphins basically just they lost the game themselves. They They had every opportunity to win that game, to upset Buffalo and gain the respect. But unfortunately at the end, it was Buffalo who got the win and survived on that Thursday night matchup against Miami. So Dolphins are 0-3. A lot of criticism in Miami. So I'm gonna show you this clip. This clip occurred during the first home game of the Dolphins season when they played New England, and they did this. Yeah, man. So you guys saw right there. Shout out to Jay. Jojo, he's talking to you right here.
How do you see the chat?
Do you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You see it? All right. Shout out, Jay.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Jalen?
All right. Yeah, man. So they flew a plane. The fans had a GoFundMe to do that, and obviously it raised enough money to do that. Fire Mike McDaniel, who is the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, and Greer, who is a part of the front office over there in Miami. So Jojo, what are your thoughts on that? Just watching that video.
Yeah. I think the same thing as the fans. Fire him.
Hey.
That's
You
why they're
know-
losing, because of him.
Yeah, that's true. Mike McDaniel's not obviously that rough, tough type of coach, that yelled in your face. He's like that calm, chill dude as a coach. He's a young coach, obviously. He's chill. He doesn't really like to yell at the players, And then, yeah, so obviously, a lot of angerness over there in Miami as they're 0-3. But after that performance, you kind of have to see a little bit of hope for the Dolphins fans. After seeing that performance, you go toe-to-toe against Buffalo. You kind of have to see a little bit of hope. Like if Miami can perform that way throughout the season, who knows? Miami can probably stack some good wins and probably, who knows, change the momentum of the season. It's just week 2 or week 3 of the NFL season. So you never know. So I guess we'll find out later on the season if Miami can, pick it up. All right, so let's get into some boxing news. Canelo versus Crawford. This was a great fight. I talked about this on the previous episode. If you guys want to check that out, this was a great fight in Las Vegas. As you guys can see, the numbers: 41 million global viewers watched on Netflix on this once in a lifetime fight between Canelo and Crawford, two of the best fighters in this generation. 41 million viewers. So, Jojo, so what are your thoughts on 41 million people watching this great fight on Netflix?
That's crazy. It's a crazy fight.
Yeah, that was, unfortunately, and it was a little bit late for us East Coast viewers. The fight started at around what, like 12:30 a.m. for the East Coast viewers. So obviously some people were upset about the fight starting very late, but it happened anyway. And at the end, Crawford just dominated Canelo, and Crawford now people say, or should I say, the GOAT of this generation, being an undisputed champion. And I'm glad that 41 million plus global viewers were watching live on Netflix for this great fight. So sticking to the topic of boxing, also Netflix. Jake
Oh, yeah.
Paul. I'm pretty sure you guys know who Jake Paul is, right, Jojo?
Yeah.
Jake Paul, social media star at one point, decided to get for real in boxing. Obviously has some wins along the way. Now he's going to take on Gervonta Tank Davis. This fight was actually originally supposed to be in Atlanta, but however, due to contract negotiations, that kind of fumbled a little bit. Now it's in Miami, live from the Kaseya Center, not at Hard Rock Stadium. Usually it would be at Hard Rock Stadium, but now they decided to do it at the Kaseya Center, home of the Miami Heat. That'll be live on Friday, November 14th, which is in about 2 months from now. As Jake Paul takes on Tank Davis. So, Jojo, what are your thoughts on this fight? Jake Paul versus Tank Davis.
I think Tank is going to win.
Tank? Okay, why Tank?
I watched him, and he can fight.
Yeah, he can. He definitely can. But, he's going up against a heavier fighter in Jake Paul, who walks around 200 pounds, So, obviously, he's going to be a smaller fighter. But, obviously, and it doesn't matter, obviously if you got the heart, you got the determination, anything can happen. So we'll see what happens. Between Jake Paul and Tank Davis. It's a long way away until that fight happens. So we'll see what happens between Jake Paul and Tank Davis. That'll be in November, live on Netflix. All right, so let's get into some WNBA playoffs. Finally, we're going to talk about some basketball here. WNBA playoffs. As you can see, 2 games occurred last night. The Fever and the Dream. That was an amazing game to watch. Alea Boston and the Fever getting that dub on the road in Atlanta. 87-85. They get the win over the Atlanta Dream in Game 3, the final game of the best-of-3 series. And the Fever now advances the semifinal without Caitlin Clark, who is out for the season. So, Jojo, what are your thoughts on the Fever getting the win over the Dream?
That's crazy. Without their best player, Caitlin Clark, crazy.
Yeah, man, she's out. She was out. I feel like the team now is playing like a team. They're playing like a team, usually, when the star player is out, the team. I feel like they're gonna be more closer together now. And obviously, as you can see, the Fever, got the win over the Dream, and now going on to the semifinals. But another game that occurred here, the Aces and the Storm. This was a great game. Game 2 was amazing, live from Seattle. The energy was crazy. We talked about this in the last episode. If you guys want to check that out, the Storm and the Aces game 2. This was game 3, and the Aces, they survived. At home. They almost lost it, but the Aces get the dub at home and survive against the nitty-gritty Storm. So, Jojo, what are your thoughts on the Aces beating the Storm?
I didn't watch the game.
Nah?
I
yeah.
was at football practice.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, the game was pretty late, because obviously it was the West Coast. Obviously, it's late, obviously, for us. Usually the games in the West Coast are like 10, 11 p.m. Usually for the West Coast time is 8, 7 p.m. their time. So it was a pretty good game to watch. The Aces got the dub. Asia Wilson, they survived. They move on, and I believe the Fever, they're now taking on the Aces in that best of 5 series in the semifinals. You guys can check that out. WNBA playoff action. Fever and the Aces going at it, and we'll see who's going to win that matchup. I guess we'll find out soon. All right, last but not least, we're going to talk about some NBA news. We finally got some NBA news as we creep on closer to the NBA season. This was breaking news today. Miami Heat All-Star Tyler Hero is undergoing surgery on his left foot and will be sidelined to begin the 2025-26 season. So, Jojo, what are your thoughts? Tyler Hero is going to be out for the beginning of the season.
The Heat are going to fall behind without him. They need him.
Yeah, for sure. Tyler Hero, he's obviously that core over there in Miami. They need Tyler Hero, you know what I mean? They need that. He's like the core of that team along with Bam Adebayo. Now you get Norman Powell to join along over there in Miami. So I guess what happens we're going to see what happens with Miami this season. So Jojo, so what are your thoughts on the Eastern Conference this year for the NBA?
Eastern Conference. I hope my team, the Sixers, I hope they at least make it far.
The Sixers, yikes. Man, the Sixers did not have a great season, Jojo.
Yeah, they're not.
Man, what happened?
Embiid can't stay healthy.
Yeah, man, injuries. Yeah, man. And it was pretty shocking to me when I saw the Sixers down below the Eastern Conference. I was like, wow, like the Sixers, down deep in the Eastern Conference, like, that's bad. But, obviously, if you go more in depth, you obviously the injuries affecting them, like the Embiids, So what are your thoughts, Jojo? So who do you think is going to win the Eastern Conference? I know it's early, but at least can you name contenders at least?
Contenders?
Yeah. In the Eastern Conference.
Forgot all the teams. I know some of the teams though. The Knicks.
All right, Knicks.
The Knicks. Boston, maybe.
Yeah, but remember, Boston, they don't have Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
Jason
don't have
Tatum
to.
out, but they do have Jaylen Brown, who is getting paid a lot. He's getting paid a lot, so he's gonna have to prove his worth. But I guess you can say Boston's up there because it's wide open. So yeah, Boston maybe.
Bucks, maybe.
Milwaukee, obviously we all know what happened to Dame. Unfortunately, horrible what happened to Dame. But Giannis, he's gonna have to step up in a big way for Milwaukee. So I guess you can put them up there, Milwaukee. All right. What happened, Jojo? Okay.
You ask me something?
Oh yeah, the contenders part.
You have to switch back.
Is that it for the contenders? Just Bucks, Knicks, and who was the other team that I said? Knicks, Bucks, and Celtics.
And Celtics and maybe Cleveland.
Okay, Cleveland. They're a team that's not being looked at. They have Donovan Mitchell. They do have they definitely got some guys over there in Cleveland. All right.
Magic.
Definitely the Magic, Magic. They're definitely one of those teams that's on the rise. They're definitely a team that's on the rise with Paolo Banchero. That's their franchise guy over there in Orlando. So, yeah, Orlando, definitely put them up there.
Pistons.
Oh, yeah, and I heard that in the back. Yeah, the Pistons, hey, the Magic and the Pistons, they're on the rise. Cade Cunningham, is it Asar Thompson? Over there in Detroit. Detroit, man, they're on the rise. They're on the rise. Now they got Duncan Robinson, who was a former Heat player. So, hey, man, watch out for Detroit.
The Hawks, maybe.
But they do have Porzingis. They do have Trae Young.
Trey.
They got Trae Young. They got Porzingis. They'll probably be in the mix. But, yeah, they're probably in the mix.
Sixers. Hopefully.
Hey, All I gotta say to you, Jojo, is tell them to stay healthy. If they stay
Yeah.
healthy, they can definitely be one of those teams. But if the same thing happens, what happened last year, then obviously yes, you guys are gonna be like down at the bottom of the barrel. But obviously, you guys gotta stay healthy. So is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. All right. No Miami on there, man. Hey man, I'm a Heat guy, so obviously yeah, you can put Miami in the mix. You can definitely put Miami. It's a wide open Eastern
Maybe.
Conference.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's a wide open Eastern Conference. You can obviously put the Knicks up there. You can put the Pistons. You can put the Magic. Those type of teams. But I guess we'll see what happens on the NBA season this year. We will get more in depth to that. We will actually have a show on the NBA season before, so we're going to talk about the NBA. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens this season in the NBA. What's the NBA going to give us this year? All right. Whew, that was some sports topics. Jojo, you ready for your Q&A? Jojo, are you ready for your Q&A?
Your stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Jojo, you ready for your Q&A? Jojo, can you hear me? Test,
Yeah.
test.
Keeps
Yeah.
lagging. Keeps
Okay.
lagging.
You ready for your Q&A?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. What inspired you to play basketball?
I like the sport. Love it. Always
Yeah.
liked it when I was a kid. Yeah.
I'm still kidding.
Okay, that's cool.
Like
Okay,
when I
so
was younger.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay. Okay, so which side of the ball you like playing better, offense or defense, and why?
Offense. Because I'm a shooter.
You're a shooter. So which how do you say it? Which area of the court you like shooting at?
Corner.
Corner threes? Gotcha. All right. So what school team and what AAU team do you play for?
Southland Christian School and Florida Rebels.
Florida Rebels. Hey, that's a highly profile name, the Florida Rebels. All right. That's cool. All right, so who do you idolize your game to?
Curry.
Steph Curry. Why Steph Curry?
Because our shooting is similar. I want to be like him when I grow up.
Okay. Yeah, my co-host approves that message. Yeah, he's definitely a shooter. Yeah, man, we will definitely see when we bring the highlights. So we'll definitely see the shooting part. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Curry, he changed the game. He changed the game big time. When he started hitting them deep threes, everybody was shooting deep threes. So he really changed the game indeed. Okay, so what are your strengths as a basketball player?
I'm fast.
All right. You're fast. Okay, that's
I can
cool.
play defense. I can steal the ball.
You can play defense. All right. Okay, I like that. Okay, so what is one thing in your game that you want to improve on?
Ball handling.
Ball handling. All right, gotcha. Okay. Okay, so what do you like most about playing basketball?
Um, what do I like most? I
Yeah,
like I like competing against others.
competing. Yeah, man, basketball's about competition. Okay, I like that. Okay, so what do you like least about playing basketball?
When kids talk trash when they're losing.
When they're losing.
Yeah,
Man, you always got that few people that want to talk trash when they're losing. Like,
yeah.
all you gotta do scoreboard, like scoreboard. You just gotta tell them scoreboard. Like, no talking, just point to scoreboard. Actions speak louder than words. So you just point to scoreboard and they can just
Yeah.
hush up. Okay, I got you. Okay, so what is your training/practice schedule like during the week?
Monday, Monday I just go outside and play. Tuesday, I have football practice. Wednesday, same thing, just go outside and play. Thursday, football practice, and Friday, I go to my rec league to play.
Okay, so I'm assuming Saturdays, Sundays are like tournaments, pretty much.
Yeah, sometimes.
Got. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so what do you do to mentally prepare for a game?
Just get hot during warm-ups.
Okay, so during warm-ups. Okay, get hot. Okay, so what happens if you don't get hot during warm-ups? Like what's the plan B?
Then you gotta got to drive to the basket and play defense in the game.
Got, gotcha. All right. All right. So what makes you a good teammate?
Tell your teammates where to go, pass the ball.
I gotcha. So you're pretty much like a verbal leader, pretty much.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. So what are your long-term goals as a basketball player?
to make it to the NBA, to go to Duke College, to
Duke.
make it, to have good grades.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely gotta have good grades to go to Duke because Duke's a very smart school. Very smart school. And obviously you gotta have the talent to play at Duke. So okay, I believe that. Okay. Okay. So what is the best advice your parents or your coaches has given you?
They want me to keep my grades up, no failing, and so I could play basketball.
Yes, sir. I like that advice. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so besides basketball, what other sport would you like to try and why?
Football,
And why football?
because I could catch.
You can catch? Okay, so what position would you play in football?
Wide receiver and cornerback.
So pretty much like a Travis Hunter, pretty much wide
Yep.
receiver DB. Gotcha, gotcha. All right. So if you had to meet any sports athlete, who would it be and why?
Curry, because I want to be just like him one day.
For sure. Okay, so one question is okay. So since you said Curry, so how would you feel? Well, how are you gonna feel when Steph Curry ends up retiring? Like
I'm going to have the advice that I just got to make it now. Can't worry about Curry no more.
yeah, for sure. Curry's gonna be gone, and then you next up, probably.
Yep.
Okay, for sure, for sure. Okay, last question. What are your favorite hobbies/interests to do outside the basketball court?
Video games,
Okay, video games. Okay, so what's your favorite video game to play?
Roblox, and 2K.
Roblox and 2K. Gotcha, gotcha. All right, so that's it for the Q&A. Jojo, pretty good Q&A. Very good answers you gave me. Very informative answers. Keep chasing those dreams. All right, going to NBA, going to Duke. Obviously you gotta have good grades, obviously, and performance. All right, you gotta have good performance. All right, so let's get into the favorite portion of the show that our guests like, the show and tell. So first, do you want to show off any medals, any trophies, any accolades that you want to show off to your audience here tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I'll bring the first one out.
This tournament, it was TNBA 2024 when I, second tournament with my team, and I got MVP.
Ooh, MVP. Okay, TMBA. Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
All right, all right. Okay, bring the next one.
I don't know. Marcus Lee.
Oh, this.
Oh, yeah.
This tournament was Marcus McGee. I got MVP in this too.
Ooh, Marcus Mickey MVP chains. Okay,
That's a secret. I know. You want to show this?
okay, cool, cool. Okay.
This one too.
Oh, okay, and the classic trophy. Okay, the classic. Okay, I like that. I like that. All right, that's cool. Okay, where was the national invitational at for McGee? Local or
Coral Springs.
Coral Springs? Gotcha. All right, all right.
One of them.
All right, keep them coming. Keep them coming.
I went to the PSD Combine. Got this ring.
Oh, the classic ring. Okay, the PSD. All right, that's cool. No, it's glistening. It's glistening. I like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay. Jojo, he's talking to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Jalen.
Yeah, I know. You showed me the ring, you showed me the chain, showed me the trophy, and then you just showed me the TNBA South. Hey, man, you got a lot of MVP accolades. Okay.
Yep.
All right, keep them. Is that it, or is there more?
Show you a sign.
All right, all right.
This too. I'm not afraid to foul out, so don't even try me.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, wow. That's definitely referring to defense, I'm assuming. I'm not afraid to foul,
Yeah.
so don't even try me. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I love that. And I love that. Okay. Okay, cool. That was very good. Okay. Okay, Jojo, before you bring out your next accomplishment, my co-host put a comment out here to you.
Yep.
If you go to Duke, I challenge you to break JJ record shooting record at Duke. Hey man, JJ Redick shooting record is in jeopardy. All right, Jojo. So, is there anything else you want to show off?
I got a picture of JJ Redick when I was a baby.
Oh, look at that! Look at that. Okay, okay, my co-host Tony. Okay, look at that. Wow, JJ Redick and JJ Redick. All right, cool, cool. Okay, so is that it, or is there more?
One more.
One more? Okay, one more. Make it good. Make it good.
This one, I got it from the award ceremony.
Oh, Florida Rebels. Okay.
Yep.
Maybe one.
All right, so number 30. Okay, so number 30. Okay, so let me guess. Why number 30? Because of Curry?
Because of Curry. Yep. And I won this at the award ceremony too.
Ooh, best shooter, the sharpest shot on the court. Okay, Florida
Yep.
Rebels sales at 32. Okay, amazing, amazing.
Make sure your brightness is up. All the way up, speaker.
Let me show you the JJ Redick picture.
Okay. All right. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. That it looks amazing. Looks amazing. Okay. So I'm assuming he was a commentator at the time, or was he just like watching?
He was with Orlando.
When he was what? When he was with Philly?
When he played in Orlando.
When he was playing in Orlando.
Oh,
He
okay.
was
Got.
with Philly, yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay. So is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Wow. Ended off in a banger with the JJ Redick thing. Okay. Amazing. Okay. So let's get right into the other part of the show and tell your photos. Okay. So let's get right into it. All right. First photo. Okay. You at the free throw line here. Okay. So where was this? What was the tournament and what team were you playing for here?
That was TNBA. I was playing with Hard Rock Hoops, the same teammates. We just switched up to Florida Rebels recently, and that was at the Big House.
The legendary Big House in Tavares. Okay. I got you. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. All right. Here's your next one. Okay. Okay. So where was this and what was
Game Point Event Center
so what
at AAU World Championships.
the World Championships? Okay, big tournament. And I'm assuming you were playing for Rebels here.
Yep.
For the Rebels. All right. All right. All right. We got some action photos. All right. We got some action photos. Okay. So what were you playing for and tournament?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay. So what team were you playing for and what like tournament were you playing in?
Florida Rebels, and it was AAU World Championships.
AAU Worlds. Okay. So same tournament.
Yeah, same tournament.
Gotcha. All right. All right. Let's get into the next photo. Okay. You on the sideline. Okay. So what were you doing here in this photo?
Just dribbling.
Just dribbling. Like, was this before a game, after a game?
After? No, before. Like waiting.
Okay, yeah, got you. So before, just waiting, just basically getting your mind loose, basically, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So that's it for the picture portion of the show and tell. Very impressive photos. 3 at Game Point, 1 at the Big House. All right, like that. Okay, so now let's get into the videos. Now we show you how good you are. All right, so now we show how good you are to the audience here. So we got a lot of clips here, guys. So grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, and let's get right into it, shall we? First video, let's go. Boo! Okay, so right there in your favorite spot, the corner.
Yep. That was for the win, I think.
For the win?
That was for the win, yeah.
Damn, okay. Great shot. You know, in your favorite area, the corner 3, you know, the driver, he drives, kicks out to the corner, threes, you know, those are amazing shots, you know.
We were losing the whole game. And,
Oh,
and
really?
that 3 changed everything.
Oh, yeah, you know, definitely a 3, a defensive steal, you know, things like that are like momentum changers. So, yeah, definitely that 3, you know, I can tell that momentum change, definitely. All right, let's get into the next clip.
Here it is. You got Jojo. Give me those. Give me those.
Right there again in that corner. All right, 2 for 2 in the corner. Okay, so what tournament was this? And yeah,
That was Night Riders Invitational
Night
in
Riders.
Miami.
Yeah, definitely Night Riders Invitation. That's a huge tournament. I heard. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I like it, and I think that's at pickleball, right? Pickleball in Deerfield.
Yeah, pickleball.
You know, definitely one of those legendary places. You know, great places that you
Yeah.
know holds those big tournaments. You know, they have what like 6 courts. Yeah. They got 6 courts. So, all right, that's cool. All right, 2 for 2 from the corner. We'll see. We go 3 for 3. Let's see.
And some.
That's the shooter's touch right there. Shout out to who said that in the background. And then this at the end, the celebration at the end. Okay, I like that. Okay, so was this the same tournament, Night Riders Invitational?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so not from the corner this time, but from the from the wing this time.
Yep.
And it looks like you got that lucky bounce in there. That lucky bounce.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right, let's get into the next clip. Oh, that was deep. Oh, that was a deep 3. Okay, so
I like shooting deep for some reason.
you do? Okay, so do you like feel it? Like you just shoot it? Like you feel
Yeah.
it? Gotcha. Okay, so where was this? And what was what was the tournament?
Game Point Event Center. And I think it was, I forgot what tournament that was.
I gotcha.
Huh? Yeah, we played almost every weekend. I can't even remember.
Good answer. Okay. Shout out to Jay. Jojo's talking to you right here.
Nah, Jalen, you a good shooter.
Hey, man. All right. I'm gonna just settle it between y'all. You guys can talk about that. All right, it's deep 3. All right, let's get to the next clip.
Kick out. Yeah, that's the smart one. Bang, bang.
Nice kick into a 3.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm assuming this was same place. It looks like
Yeah.
same tournament, same
Same
everything,
game. Yeah.
but a different shot, but from a different area.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
To be honest, I think it was Dynasty.
Dynasty, like the
think so.
tournament or the team you were
The
playing against?
tournament.
Oh, tournament. Gotcha. All right. So let's get into your next clip. I like the celebration again, and then somebody in the background with the machine gun sound. Okay, dribble into 3. Okay, so that was the same place. I'm assuming so against a
Same
different
place.
team. Okay, so was that the same tournament?
Yeah, I think it was Dynasty. Still.
Dynasty tournament. Gotcha. All right. So let's get into your next clip. Transition 3. Okay, we're mixing it up here. We're mixing corner. We're mixing slot 3s. We're mixing deep 3s, and now we're doing transition 3s, Jojo. Okay. So I'm assuming that was the same everything, right? Same tournament, same. right?
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right. All right, let's get the next clip. Defense and offense. I
Yep.
love it. We're mixing some defense there. Okay, I love it. All right. Oh, Isaiah. Shout out Isaiah. I think he's talking to you, Jojo, as well. Hit Isaiah, that my boy Jojo.
Yep.
Shout out Isaiah. You know, we had him. I believe he was the last podcast. I
Yeah.
believe he was around 63. Yeah, yeah. So if you guys want to check that out, me and Isaiah, we had a very good podcast episode. You guys can check that out. Episode 62. Yes, that was 62. So you guys can check that out with me interviewing Isaiah and having his podcast. So you guys can check that out on episode 62. All right. All right, let's get into your next clip, Jojo. Let's get into your next clip. Okay, we're driving now, Jojo. We're driving now. Okay, we got defense, we got some deep threes, and now we're driving. Okay, okay. So let me ask you this question. So how is it like playing at ESPN Wide World of Sports?
Good. Feels like really good stadium.
A stadium. Yeah, man. It's a large place. You know, it's legendary to play there.
It's not a stadium, but it feels like one.
Yeah, it definitely does. You know, it definitely does. You know, with how big it is. You know, and the basket's looking really unique with the shot clock on top. You know, not a
Yeah.
lot of places have that, but you know, ESPN they have it. You know, makes it unique. The experience it makes it unique. So, all right, that's cool. All right, let's get into your next clip. There we go. Another three. There we go. Okay, so that was at the big house. Okay, I see. Okay, so what tournament was that?
That was the PSD tournament.
Ah, yes, the PSD tournament. Yeah, yeah. And Isaiah played on there too, the PSD tournament as well. So,
Yeah.
all right, that's cool. All right, so let's get into your next clip. Nice three. Okay. Okay, we got a new setting now. We got a new setting. Okay, so describe where was that place at?
In Miami, biggest tournament in the country. Bowling on
Yeah.
the beach.
Balling on the beach. There we go.
Yep.
Live from the convention center. All right, all right. Big
Yeah.
three you shot there. You know, big three. That
Yeah.
and probably the biggest tournament in Balling on the Beach. Okay. So how
Yeah.
was it like playing on Balling on the Beach? How was it?
Good experience.
Good experience. All right. All right. Cool.
Tough
All right.
competition. Number one teams there.
Oh, for sure. You know,
Oh,
we were there actually. Me and Coach Tony. We were actually in attendance over in Balling on the Beach. You know, a lot of great talent. You know,
yeah.
yeah. You know, we saw a lot of previous guests playing their games, you know, especially Trey Mann. You know, we watched them sometimes. You know, they played, you know, a lot of great competition. You know, my co-host actually watched one of their games actually that went down to the wire against some team from Indiana, the Hoosiers, I believe, in 2032.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So he was watching that game and he was impressed. So competition, no joke, guys. We were there. Me and Coach Tony, we were there in person, and you know, different teams, you know, high competition over there at Ball on the Beach. That's no joke. All right, so let's get into your next clip.
Yeah, we played the
Wait, my bad. What?
Hoosier Phenoms at Game Point.
Oh, really? So
Yeah, that's the team we were playing when you were showing me the photos.
with the
Rebels.
the Rebels one. Okay. All right. So how was it playing against them, the Hoosiers, the Phenom? Sorry.
They're tough.
Yeah. My co-host is gonna come here in a few minutes. He can probably, you know, approve that as well because he watched
Yeah.
that game against Trey Man and the Phenoms. Yeah, so he
Yeah.
can definitely approve that. All right, let's get to your next clip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big time three. Okay, that was a big time three. Okay, so where was this and what tournament was this at or rec league or something?
St. Cloud Civic Center. It was at my rec league,
Rec league. Gotcha.
and I hit the game winner.
Oh, so that was the game winner.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a really good game winner. You got trapped in that corner there, but you got it off. All
Yeah.
right, gotcha. All right, let's get into your next clip. NBA 3. Wow. NBA 3. Okay, so where was that and what tournament was that?
That was at Disney and then AAU World Championships. We were playing against a very good team and we beat them.
Oh, wow.
Nike Mean Streets. Yeah.
Nike team. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mean Streets.
Mean Streets. Okay, gotcha. Hey, man, that was a deep three you shot there. An NBA
yeah.
3. That's a very deep three, especially for your age and your class. Shooting that deep three, respect. Got respect. All right. Next clip. The coach said no threes, no threes. You're supposed to switch.
And that was a big three. Right
Oh
there.
yeah, I can tell because the coaches were like no threes, but you hit the three. The players they messed up. All right, so where was that and what tournament was that?
That was in Augusta, Georgia, and that tournament was I can't remember.
Yeah, okay.
Junior Peach State, I think.
Ooh,
Actually, yeah, Junior Peach State.
Oh, Junior Peach State. Yeah, another big tournament, over there in Augusta. Gotcha. All right. So let's get into your next clip. All right. Coast to coast. All right. So where was this and what tournament was it?
This was at the Convention Center, Orange County, and this was end of SummerSlam.
End of SummerSlam. Okay, so was that AAU or?
That was ESC.
Elite
Sports Events. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So you went coast to coast there. All right. I gotcha. All right. So let's get into your last clip, guys. Last clip out of all these amazing clips. The last clip. Another NBA 3, another NBA 3. If they would have marked it, if there was an NBA 3, that would have definitely been an NBA 3. Okay, so where was that and what tournament was that?
That was the same tournament in the same place.
Same tournament, same place, but different court.
Yeah, that was the championship, and we beat them.
Ooh, a championship game, and you beat them. Wow.
Yeah, we won that.
For sure. Shout out to Jay. Jojo's he's talking to you here. Jumper at like water. Yeah, definitely a lot of great shots we saw in here. Yeah, man, that's a wrap with the videos and the pictures and the show and tell. Hey, man, Jojo, you're a bucket. A lot of deep threes, a lot of threes. A lot of, and I think one of the clips we saw some defense into offense. A lot of driving. Okay, I like that. I love it. Very crucial for the next level. Obviously, defense, threes. It's going to be really essential for the next level. And guess who came? Hey, Coach Tony. That's my co-host, by the way, Jojo. So if you want to say hi, that's my co-host.
Co-host? I am the host. No, I'm just kidding.
You're a co-host.
What's up, everybody? Don't let me stop you. Keep cooking.
We just ended the show and tell. Actually, we just got done with the last video, and just telling Jojo, his shooting's on point. And a lot of shots. A lot of NBA threes. And I think there was one video where he had a back tip, transition right to offense. There was a transition three I saw. Hey man, really essential for the next level, especially if you're going to go to Duke. Very essential things that you're doing there. I like it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's one of the best shooters we've had on this show, and we done had a couple on here.
We did.
So yeah, he's one of the best. So that's why I reached out to get him on. We only put the best of the best on here, right, Carlos?
That's true. Yeah. So Tony, welcome to episode 64.
Hey, we on 64? I thought we was on. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we doing the thing. We are, but just a disclaimer, y'all. We November 23rd. If it keeps on track, if we don't have people, backing out at the last minute, November 23rd would be our 100th episode. It's coming up, so we cooking something up right now. I'm about to do the James Harden. We cooking something up. You're gonna have we're gonna have a surprise interview on episode 100. He see the interviewer doesn't the person that's being interviewed doesn't know it yet, but it's something that's overdue that all past guests has been asking for.
Behind the
They,
scenes.
yeah, they want to know they want to know about this guy, what he all about. So episode 100, we're gonna bring it to you. All right, Carlos.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready.
Can't wait for that.
Be ready, stay ready, Carlos.
Yeah, can't wait to see who's the 100th episode. Can't wait to
Oh,
see.
you know him. You see him
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah, I know. I
You
definitely
know
know.
who he is. You see him every day.
Yeah, I definitely know.
He's trying to act like he don't know.
Yeah, I do know. I do know. So
All right, come on, Carlos, keep it.
I
Come on,
well,
keep
we
it
just
going.
ended with the show and tell, Tony. So now we're just gonna ask the essential question that we asked our basketball players. So Jojo, so let me ask you, so what are your top 3 basketball shoes that you need to have in your bag, like before a tournament?
John Morant's,
Uh,
LeBron's, and Curry's.
of course, the Currys. Yeah,
Yep.
man. Yeah, Coach Tony. That Jojo's idol is Curry, obviously. So obviously, you guys from Curry.
You don't. No way, Carlos. No way. His idol is Steph Curry. He shoots a lot of. He's wet behind the three, and he wears number 30.
Yeah, I know.
I could have never figured that one out.
Okay, so Jaws, LeBrons, and Currys. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's one question. Then the other question that we usually ask is, there's usually a story behind the number. So your number is, I'm assuming, number 30. So why that number?
Because I wear it because my favorite player wears it, and I want to be like him.
Gotcha. All right. So because of Curry. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
Nah,
for
be
sure.
better.
Yeah, I always aim to be better than Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, most definitely. All right, Tony, what am I missing? We asked the number. We asked,
I don't know, man. You flew by you flew through the show tonight. I think my man Isaiah wish you would have did that on Wednesday.
Hey, man, the problem is just that with Isaiah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's because
Well,
of
not
sports
No,
topic.
that wasn't Wednesday. That was no, that was last week.
Last week?
Yeah, we had Jay Will on Wednesday.
Yeah, we did. We had him on Wednesday. Yeah.
That was last week.
Yeah.
So let's keep our fingers crossed. No technical difficulties. Well, I'm here, so
Hey, the reason why we had technical difficulty, yeah, Sunday. Isaiah just confirmed Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. All right.
I'm the one that had technical difficulties on Sunday. Jeez.
Yeah. yeah. You definitely.
All right. y'all. Let's we
Open
got
up
a little bit of time here, so I hope you're ready, JoJo, because this the part of the show, the second part of the show everybody loves. So don't get nervous.
Yeah.
We're gonna open up the phone lines. We have the link. It's in the chat. We're gonna repost it.
I got you.
So
Links.
how many calls you want, JoJo?
As much as you want.
I don't say that. We're gonna be here all night.
Hey, don't worry. There's a time limit. We're good.
Um, well, this is your show, so you tell us when to stop.
All right.
You say enough's enough.
All right.
All right, you guys, we got a lot of members in the chat. Y'all want to call? Well, y'all want to call in? Click the link. You'll come on the show. You talk to my man JoJo. Ask him, questions. There's nothing personal. No personal questions. It's the only rule we have. We don't ask him questions and give out his location, and of course, personal. But anything else, ask away or give words of encouragement. So go ahead, click the link. And while we waiting on people to click the link, JoJo, what are the top 3 guards you are looking forward to facing when you make it to the league?
Shay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be a good one.
Yeah, definitely Shay. He'll definitely be there. SGA.
How about Kyrie?
Mm,
I think he'll be retired.
yeah, he'll probably be gone.
Your class of what, 2032?
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards.
Ant-Man. Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
Y'all gonna be trash talking each other.
Yeah,
Luca, maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, Luca. Yes.
He named, Carlos. He named none but big guards.
Yeah, he did. Ant, Luca, Shay. Okay.
He said he want the smoke. We had somebody that was trying to get in, and then they backed out. Come on in. Don't be JoJo. Not gonna bite unless you his opponent.
Isaiah 2032, the best class. Ooh. Okay.
All right, that's what's up. And what is the one team that you would love to suit up for?
My team, Sixers.
Sixers. Hey, them fans is relentless though, bro.
Hey, Philadelphia, their fan base is passionate. Whether it's the Sixers, the Phillies, the Flyers, the whatever it is, they're passionate. They're the Eagles. They're really passionate.
Man, they booed James Harden out of town.
Oh yeah, and they booed Ben Simmons too.
Yeah, they did. Ben Simmons was just. I ain't gonna say it. We got youngins that come on this show, but yeah, he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle it. JoJo, tell your people to click the link and call in.
Click the link.
Yeah, man. So, all right. While we waiting on that, let's see. Shooting record.
I think he's doing a little bit of trivia, cooking up something.
All right. So, can you guess how many threes JJ Redick made in his career at Duke?
3.
No, he made more than 3. Yeah, I mean threes.
Oh.
Yeah, like during his lifetime, yeah. Or Duke.
Like 15?
How many? Did you say 15?
Yeah.
Man, he made that in 3 games.
Oh.
Like during his career at Duke.
It's in the hundreds.
Yeah.
Oh.
For his whole career. He got the Duke's all-time 3-point record.
150?
Okay.
I think, no, he got way more than that.
Oh, wow.
190?
Way more than that.
Damn. Okay.
310,
Way more than that.
Wow.
700,
I didn't get that many.
Yeah, 700 is too much.
600,
You ready to tap out? No, you
Yeah.
go low. Go lower.
450.
Ooh, you were close. The record is 457.
Oh,
Damn.
But he did play 4 years.
Oh.
All right, we got somebody in the chat that's familiar with the show. Just waiting for him to turn his camera on.
Yeah, turn the camera on.
He want to be shy today. I'll turn your camera on. Yeah, he got 457, and he also has the all-time scoring record too. I'll give you a hint on this one. It's over 2,000 points.
Um,
But less than,
2,000,
but less than 3,000.
Oh, Lord.
2,300,
Close. You're a couple hundred off.
2,500,
Really close.
2,506,
You're getting closer.
2,510,
Yeah. Still a few hundred off.
2,500 and 700. No, 5,000.
Well, you're right about the 700. It's 2,769.
Oh,
But remember, he did play 4 years. All right, you ready for your first caller?
yep.
This a guy that's been on the show recently.
Bring him on. Hey.
Welcome back to the show, Isaiah.
So how you guys been?
Doing
Busy.
good. Doing good.
Busy, man. They got me running all over Florida.
Hey, shout out Jojo. Looks like he having a good interview so far, bro.
Yeah. So let's get it. What's your question for JoJo or your comment? Floor is yours, Isaiah.
Well, I don't really got a question. I just came here like to congratulate JoJo on being on the podcast. So we had a good time, bro.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question, Carlos.
Yeah.
What would you think about a backcourt of Isaiah and JoJo? What would you think about that backcourt?
It's coming. It's coming. I'm going to Rebels. It's coming.
Hey, hey man. Hey.
Y'all, I'm not psychic. Y'all, I'm not psychic. I just don't know how this happens. I just be saying stuff and it just come to fruition. I'm not psychic.
You're not psychic.
So you'll definitely see us. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep trying.
Man, that'll be a deadly backcourt.
Definitely, yeah.
That'll be a deadly backcourt, man. And you know, guys, check out Sunday's show. He was episode 62. Check out his highlights. They both lethal behind the arc. Don't leave, man. They
Hey, yo, Isaiah, come to tryouts.
They're gonna be deadly.
I'm coming. Trust me. I got you.
You coming? All right.
Yeah, he's coming. You got any? Well, Isaiah didn't have any questions. You got any questions for them, Carlos?
No, we're good. You know, shout out to Jay. Isaiah, Jay's talking to you right here in the chat.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it.
For sure.
Yeah, Jay sounds like he's a fan of both of you guys. So that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, we go to the same school.
All right. Right, click the link, Jay. Come on with Isaiah and JoJo.
Come on, Jalen.
I know him. I went to a camp with him before. Shout him out.
All right, Isaiah. If you're on the same court with JoJo, how many assists you think you're going to average with him?
I mean, from him behind the arc, at least 10 a game.
10. Whoa. He said you're going to average 30 just off passes from him, JoJo. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's true.
Man, you about to get a 30 piece every time Isaiah suits up. Man, you going to come to the game swagged out. You're going to be like, shit, I'm about to get a 30 piece tonight just off of my man passes. And he just going to come down court. It's like, all you're going to see is Isaiah going like this. Just telling you go from one corner to the other. And you're just going to attack. And then all you're going to hear is everybody, yeah, JoJo.
I mean, hey, it's not just that. I mean, my man could drive to the hole.
True.
Yeah, but he going to get 30 just off threes from you. And then whatever else he get is just going to be icing on the cake, I guess.
Sure.
And that's just going to be icing on the cake. And then if Carlos is in y'all grade, you have another shooter. Carlos a daily shooter too.
Yes, sir.
If Carlos bringing up the ball, he can spot me and JoJo up.
Hey, PG.
I don't think Carlos asked you this, JoJo, but what is your career high in threes? Threes.
Oh,
Like,
threes.
what's the most threes you made in one game?
One game.
Yeah.
8.
It could be. Well, I don't know. You're in 6th grade, right? So no, you haven't played middle school yet.
Yeah, no.
Just on your tournament.
8. 8 threes. The most.
8?
Yep.
Wow.
Man.
24 points. Okay.
Just like, what's your highest point game?
Highest point?
Yeah.
26, I think.
26. Okay.
All right. So let's since both of these guys are lethal 3-point shooters, Carlos. Let's give them about 5 minutes. We're gonna throw some names at you, and you're gonna guess how many threes they have made all time.
All right.
All right.
All right. How far back do you guys want us to go? Because I don't know if you guys know how far back you know your history.
The
Or do you
seven-
want to or do I just want to keep it with active players?
Current.
Current? All
yeah,
right.
stay with current because the 70s. If they go back to the 70s, I don't think they're gonna know.
I wasn't going back to the 70s.
70s, they're not gonna know nothing.
Okay, so let's find some names, Carlos, too,
Oh,
so we can just keep tag teaming.
yikes. Okay. Like find an NBA player and how many threes they shot so far. Gotcha. All right.
All right, we're gonna start with Luka Doncic. You guys get 3 guesses apiece. How many total threes do you think he has right now?
I'll let just like go first.
5,230.
Bro, Curry only has 3,000. He has the most.
All right.
No. My man said 5,000.
I thought Curry had more than that.
No.
I'm gonna go 900s.
900. You got to go up. All right, JoJo.
1,900.
1,900. Got to go down.
Oh.
All right.
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
1,200.
1,200. You're close, but you got to go up.
1,250.
You're close too, but you still got to go up.
Uh,
All right, Isaiah.
1,300.
Oh, you come real close.
Oh my God.
1,300, but you got to go up a little bit more. All right, last guess.
Wait.
You ready, JoJo?
Yep.
No, don't be using Google.
I'm not.
Google,
I'm not cheating.
Gemini, Grok,
All right, last one. 1,300 is real close, but you got to go up a little bit more.
1,312.
Ooh, you are off by a close, but you still got to go up. You ready, Isaiah?
Yeah. All right. 1,380.
You were you was the closest, but you were off by 2. He has 1,378 made threes in his career.
Oh.
Luka Doncic.
Hey,
All
I
right.
was still close, so
You came real close. All right, Carlos, you got one?
All right. Guess how many James Harden has made throughout his
Ooh,
career?
that's a good one.
James Harden.
2,000 and
2,500.
Nope. You gotta go up more.
2,800.
Nope. More.
3,000.
3,200.
Close. 3,200. That's close.
3,200.
Oh, I got a good one for them.
3,200. No, you gotta. You're close, but you're close.
No, 2,380.
Nah. 2,000. Nah. Nah. He's gotta be. It's higher than that. It's higher than 2,800.
I think he's in the top 5. And
He's second on the NBA's all-time list for career
yeah,
threes
he's
made.
up there. Remember, Curry has over 3,000, so he's close.
All right.
Second.
3,800.
Nah. Lower.
3,600.
Nope. Lower.
3,800 would have broke the
3,400.
Lower.
3,230.
No.
3,335.
Lower.
3,200.
Close. You're close.
You're close, Jojo.
25.
What?
3,225.
No.
3,210.
No.
3,280.
280. No.
3,200.
How close are they, Carlos?
They're close.
220.
You gotta tell them if they're gonna go up or down. Come on, Carlos.
Well, 3,200 was close. It was close, but you gotta go a little lower.
3,085.
3,000 what?
3,185.
Oh, that's close. You gotta go lower.
3,160.
A little higher.
They getting close.
3,000 what?
3,178.
That's close. A little lower. A little
300.
lower. Man, that was-
3,266.
Nah. You gotta go lower. You got lower. But 3,178. That was close.
3,180.
No.
Wait,
3,175.
Wait.
3,000 what?
175.
Boom.
Yes.
3,175.
Got lucky.
There we
All right,
go.
y'all ready for the next one?
Yeah.
The next one is another one that's lethal behind the 3. Kevin Durant.
Oh, is he in the top 5?
No.
I didn't pull up the all-time list, but he's in the top 10.
Oh, so
2,485.
Man, you coming out swinging. You were very close, but you got to go lower.
2,380.
You got to go lower.
2,200.
Hey, it's Isaiah's turn.
2,261.
Close, but still got to go lower.
What?
2,320.
Why you say more than him? He was close. He had to go lower, and you went higher.
I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, Kevin Durant's like one of the best shooters in the NBA.
Yeah, he is.
3,200
Bro, you went way high.
Wait, no, no,
You said last time. You said 2000.
no. 2,251.
Ooh, you were right there, but you still got to go a little bit lower.
3,100.
Boy, why you in the 3000s?
Oh no. 2,000. 2,000.
2000 what?
100.
Close. You got to go higher.
2,220.
Nope, lower.
2,150.
You right there, a little bit higher.
2,162.
A little bit higher. You're right there too.
2,175.
Oh, you're getting there, but it's a little bit higher.
2,178.
Nope.
What?
A little bit higher.
2,195.
Oh, you almost hit it.
Yo.
You had every digit right but one. A
Yo.
little bit lower.
2,181.
Nope.
2,185.
Nope.
2,192.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
Josiah, you got the closest out of all of them. You were like right there. But you gotta go lower.
2,185.
Nope.
2,193.
Oh my gosh. Why'd you go higher? I told you said 2,192, and I told you was right there. You gotta go lower. Why'd you go higher?
So it's 90.
What's your guess, Jojo?
90. Same thing.
Nope.
Oh,
You
91.
gotta go higher.
91.
No, it's not 91. It's 2,191.
Yeah.
Man, y'all are good. Y'all want to do one more?
Yep.
All right, you got one, Carlos, for him?
Yes. How much has Damian Lillard made in his career?
Ooh, that is a real good one.
He's in the top 5, right?
Dame time.
He's fourth.
Oh yeah.
You said James Harden's number 2?
Yes, James Harden is number 2. So that
Who's
means it's less than 3,000 and something.
He has more than Kevin Durant,
One more question.
but less than James Harden.
Who's number 3? Who's number 3?
I don't know. I don't know who's 3.
All right, so 2,480.
Higher.
2,800.
That's close. You gotta go a little higher. That's close.
2,875.
Lower. You gotta go lower.
2,850.
Lower.
2,835.
Lower.
What?
Lower.
2,815.
Lower. You gotta go a little lower.
2,808.
Oh, you gotta go a little lower.
2,803.
Oh, that's close.
2,801.
A little higher.
2,805.
No,
Oh my
I
God.
got 2,802.
Nope.
What?
Y'all right there.
2,806.
Lower.
Right there, but
2,804.
There we go.
Oh my God, I was gonna say that.
There we
man,
go.
y'all was cooking with that one, man. Y'all was cooking with that one. That was a whole lot of fun. But I'm gonna give y'all a bonus one because y'all asked who was number 3. Number 3 on the all-time list. He's not active anymore, but for y'all Heat fans, he hit a clutch 3 for y'all to win the championship,
All right.
and that's Ray Allen.
Really?
And remember, this one should be easy. Remember, James Harden has 3,175. Damian Lillard has 2,804. He's in between both of them.
All right,
So let's see if y'all can get that one.
2,980.
Ooh. You was so close on your first guess, a little bit lower.
2,780.
You went way low.
Oh,
2,854.
You got to go up.
2,890.
Y'all got to go up.
Oh,
Isaiah, your first guess was right there. Y'all, and then you guys went too low.
2,800. No, 2,954.
Close, real
2,000.
close.
2,960.
You closer, but a little
Oh
bit
my
higher.
2,979.
Oh my gosh, you had all the numbers right except for the last one.
2,669. Wait, no.
You gotta listen to what he said, Jojo.
All right. Wait, now
He had 3 numbers right, and you went way down.
2,978.
Almost. A
2,000.
little bit lower.
2,969.
No, a little bit higher. You guys are close.
2,975.
Oh,
close.
2,977.
Ooh,
All right.
a little bit lower.
2,974.
Oh my gosh.
2,973.
There it is. 2,900. He retired with 2,973.
Yes.
And here's a bonus question: is yes or no. Whoever gets it right, whoever gets the right answer, you got this trivia. Was he the all-time 3-point shooting leader when he retired?
Yes.
Yep, that was true.
Yes.
He retired as an all-time 3-point shooting leader.
And Steph Curry beat him.
Yeah.
And the top 5 is Steph Curry with 4,058. James Harden is number 2 with 3,175. Ray Allen, 2,973. Damian Lillard, 2,804. And Klay Thompson, 2,697.
Here, let me.
Now, the top 5 active players, of course, Steph Curry, James Harden, Dame Lillard, Klay Thompson, and guess who's number 5?
Larry Bird.
No,
No,
it's gotta be active.
it's active.
Kevin Durant.
Nope, not number 5 of active players. Nope. Where did Isaiah go?
He technical difficulties. I think he's in his end.
Give you a hint. He plays for the Lakers.
Luka.
Hell no. Luka got one.
I'm just. He said Lakers. Oh, it could be
LeBron.
Yeah.
No way.
He's number
LeBron.
5 of the active players. He has 2,559.
Wow.
And Paul George to wrap out the top 10, and then we'll wrap up the show. Unless we get another caller. 6 is Paul George with 2,349. These are just active players. Kyle Lowry is next with 2,205. He was number 7. Kevin Durant is 8 of the active players, 2,191. 9 out of active players is Buddy Hield with 2,127. And I'm not going to have y'all guess who's number 10 because y'all never guess it. It's Eric Gordon with 2,084.
Yeah,
all the active players. Y'all would
you
never guessed.
Yeah, we had no clue. Eric Gordon.
All right, I don't know where Isaiah went, but let's go ahead and
Wrap it
I don't
up.
think we're gonna get any more callers, so let's just go ahead and do the start the wrap up, Carlos. Oh, there he is.
Isaiah rejoined the chat.
Oh, sorry, guys. My phone died.
That's all right. It's all right. It's all right, Isaiah. So, that was fun, right, guys?
Yeah.
Guessing. Did you hear who the top 5 active players were?
I didn't hear who the fifth one was.
The fifth one was LeBron James of active players with 2,559. So, and y'all, and you got one more who's 11 threes away from getting into the um and to get in the 2,000 3-point club. He just got traded to the Washington Wizards from the Pelicans, and he started his career with the Blazers.
Oh, CJ.
Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram is not with the Wizards.
See, Damian Lillard's his like sidekick over at Portland.
Yeah,
CJ McCollum.
CJ. Yep, he's
Oh,
11 threes
yeah.
away from getting into the 2,000 3-point club. So, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. So, um, don't go nowhere, JoJo. Because we always do the wrap up after the show. You can stay on to Isaiah if you want to, but but Carlos, since
Yes.
this was your baby today, I'm gonna let you go through the spiel before we wrap up the show.
All right. Thank you guys for watching tonight's episode on this Friday night. Thank you guys for supporting. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel. You know, hit the bell icon so that you get notified of when we go live. And please follow our Instagram. It should be scrolling around the ticker at Be Ready Sports Podcast. And follow for some premium content. You know, I'm gonna be active on there tomorrow, especially with college football. You know, we talked about college football earlier today, so especially we're gonna be active with college football with all these results, potentially some big upsets. You know, when there's a big upset, tune into the Be Ready Sports Podcast stories because you know I'm gonna update you whenever there's a big upset. You know, so tune into that and yeah, man, just like, share, subscribe.
Yeah. And there,
Also, what?
and before you finish, there's a big game at the Hard Rock this tomorrow.
The U against Florida. Yeah, man. Yeah, Tony, we talked about it earlier.
Yeah, man.
Miami, Florida.
Who y'all got? Who y'all got? I
Miami.
know who Carlos got.
Quick pick. Okay.
Miami.
Jojo
You
got
got the
Mi-
U.
Miami. Yup.
You got the U, JoJo. Who you got, Isaiah?
Miami.
Miami. I already know. Carlos got the U. He anytime Florida loses, Carlos is okay with that.
and I hope both teams lose. And I hope both teams lose. And I hope both teams tie. And I hope they
Yeah,
tie.
he's a Seminole.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a horrible
I have to do
comment.
that for my co-host. Oh, almost similar to my Trojans fight song.
Speaking about the Trojans, hey man, they're ranked, Tony, number 25. You know.
Yeah, we should be over Notre Dame. I'm pissed off about that, man. We're behind a 0-2 squad. But if we handle our business against Michigan State tomorrow, we definitely gonna move up.
Yeah, definitely. We will be talking about.
We definitely gonna pass them up.
Yeah, we'll definitely be talking about that tomorrow night as we
Hey,
bring
we
in.
got a football player on.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Yeah, today's show was great. Make sure y'all catch the replays. It's gonna be posted on the. It's gonna be in our archive. Forever. So anytime y'all want to catch this replay, all I gotta do is go in there, click on our page, go to the live section, click on episode 64, and you can rewatch this until you're blue in the face. And JoJo, you can go. Well, I ain't gonna tell you to go to show this to your friends at school. I don't want you to get in trouble, but you can show everybody like, yeah, man, I was on the Be Ready Sports Podcast. Yeah, this me, JoJo. Yeah, man. Yeah, check me out, bro. Check me out. Don't be a hater. You tell them, don't be a hater. Check you out. And same thing, Isaiah. Like, yeah, man, y'all better click on episode 62, man. Check me out. Don't be a hater. Yeah.
I'm almost kind of mad at you. I'm mad at your network, not at you.
Oh, see, man, shots fired, man. Isaiah. Yeah, I missed Isaiah's episode, man, because I had network issues. So I owe him one. So I got to bring him back. I owe him one.
Yeah, Yeah, we'll be talking about USC tomorrow night, Tony, as we talk about some college football with our football guests. So yeah, so don't worry, we're gonna brag on them Trojans on USC. You know, they're doing very good. We'll talk about them
Hey,
tomorrow.
don't brag on them yet. They gotta handle their business.
I
They
know,
gotta handle their business first.
don't worry, but we will talk about them tomorrow night. So thank you guys. Like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Follow the Instagram. Scroll across the ticker at Be Ready Sports Podcast for premium content, stories. We're gonna be active tomorrow for college football, obviously, and also for clips of the podcast. So
Yeah.
follow, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon on YouTube. And yeah,
And
y'all
check
ready?
out and last thing before we wrap it up tomorrow, like I said, we got the football guy from the state of Texas. He's good friends with Caleb Marinelli, who was on here, but that's Harrison Hash. We've been you know we've been we've been trying to get him on here for a while. We had our little sabbatical when he was supposed to be on, so he was a good sport, so we definitely gonna bring him back on. And Florida been representing this weekend, so Sunday we gonna cap it off with another 20. I believe he's 2032, or he could be 2033. I gotta check. I gotta fact check his page, and I'll update it tomorrow if I'm wrong. But I believe he's 2032. He's another one for Florida. He hoops for the Polk County Bulls. Check out my man CJ Chad Johnson Jr. He's gonna be on here
32,
Sunday.
32.
Oh, see, my man Josiah fact check me. So 2032 is representing. So kind of like class of 2027, right?
Huh?
Class 2027 got some dogs too.
Yeah.
But yeah, ain't nobody topping class of 2028. Man, we got to get some 2028s on here. Man, they got some dogs in 2028.
Yeah, I try my best. I could try to get Quinn Wilson on here.
All right, make it happen. We got to get some 2028s on here, man. I gotta hit them up. All right, let's do the countdown. Let's do the countdown. Jojo, don't go nowhere let's do the wrap up.
Yep.
All right. All right, let's do the countdown.
In 3, 2, 1.
To be ready, you gotta what, Jojo?
Stay ready.
And we out, y'all.
Peace, y'all.